But we're going to go through this. We're going to go through 7 questions. We're going to start with Liam, and then we'll go to Bill, and then we'll go to Nate. You guys ready?
Ready.
What's the first album you remember receiving as a child or buying with your own money?
Foo Fighters, self-titled.
I'm sorry, I thought it was one per.
Deer in the Headlights.
Dookie, Green Day.
It's a good record.
I believe it was Hello Rockview by Less Than Jake.
Nice. What was your first concert or first local band you remember seeing?
98 Degrees. Just kidding. It was a Smash Mouth headlined mixed concert, so 98 Degrees was actually there, so it's partially true.
My first concert changed my life. It was a little bit later in my life, but it was Clutch and Mastodon with two local bands at the Blue Note. And it was when Mastodon had long hair and they looked like Vikings. And when that bass player threw his leg up on the monitor, I know it's a cliche thing to do, but yo, man, that dude snarled, made a bass face, and I was sold.
It was, yeah. I imagine the bass face would definitely sell.
It was
you.
nasty.
and Nate?
The first concert that I ever went to, like first rock concert I ever went to was the Foo Fighters opening up for the Chili Peppers when I lived in where I grew up in Akron, Ohio, and it was really cool. Dave Grohl jumped off the stage and he actually knocked me over because I was standing in the aisle.
Is this 1999?
It was, it was 1999.
It was, yeah,
I saw them
at
that
the Hearn Center.
Yeah, that tour was just great. And then the first concert I saw, right? I know. I was a kid when I saw it.
You're like
That's the
4?
good news. No, I was. I'm.
Get me
I'm,
on stage.
I guess I am that old then because I wasn't 4. And then my first concert here, I was visiting my parents when I lived in New York on New Year's, and
right.
I saw this great female-fronted ska band. Never caught the name of them, but it was at the Record Bar,
cool.
And I just kind of fell in love with the Kansas City music scene. It was really clear that like there was a lot to offer here.
What's your favorite film that has anything to do with music?
I don't know, the Wool Eaters.
Spartacus.
That's a great example and probably my true favorite, but my answer would be my predetermined answer was the High Fidelity show that we did. I'd seen that movie when I was young and I hated it, and then I came back and we did this show for you guys, and I realized the soundtrack was beautiful, and I have so many songs off that soundtrack on my like everyday playlist now because of that.
Great.
So.
Yeah. It's probably a 3-way tie before the aforementioned 2 movies and Almost Famous. I just,
That's quite a trio of music,
right.
Of movies right there.
Well, it is all happening.
If you could hop on a van or tour bus of any current touring band right now, who would it be?
Dr. Dog.
Jack
2
White.
in a row.
Foo Fighters.
Number 5. What's a KC band or musician that's heavily impacted you?
That's a good question.
Liam?
That list goes on and on, my friend. I'm really inspired. I know we got to keep this super short. I'm really inspired by bands that I love that are from this city that are doing really cool things and making it happen and representing our city in other parts of the country. That makes me really hot and bothered.
I'm going to go with kind of a generalized answer as well and say the bass players in the scene. I think bass players just inherently are a tight-knit group, but these cats, these men and women are extraordinary. And I want to give a heads up, there shall soon be a Kansas City Bass Slingers Guild. And we've got the Facebook nailed down, and we've got the members lined up, so we're going to have some picnics and stuff.
Nate?
I think probably I don't know if I can pick a band specifically, but one of the musicians in the scene that has had a really big impact on how I listen is Michelle Bacon, who's been on the show before, and
right.
she just
She's
so
right,
and she's so plugged in and just has a really cool diverse palette that she listens to, and I think that's probably that's between you and her, it's pointed me in a lot of directions that I go and find the good music, and I've gotten to experience a lot of good things through that. Yeah.
Number 6. What song do you wish you would have written? Very quick.
You guys? Anything from Britney Spears?
I want you, parentheses, she's so heavy.
To what, me?
No, by the Beatles.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Catch a good
Oh,
second.
darn. You took mine.
I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think so. think you took mine, but pretty much anything by the Beatles. I wish I had written. Maybe the most something.
Oh.
That's like probably one of my favorite songs of all time. I think it's just it's got a little bit of everything, you know.
Last question. Complete this sentence. Without music, I would be... Quickly.
Start us out.
Live radio.
You want me to start us off?
Against the clock.
Without music, I would be
Very unhappy. I would be very unhappy.
leading a quiet life.
Without music, and I thought about this a lot last night, and I went to a Shvervon show with at a house party with Berwanger Band and Rev Gusto, and so I had tied a few on, and I got this text late at night, and I decided without music I would be insane, and it really shook me up because like music provides a stability for me that I've looked for everywhere else, but I continually go back to music, and it's like the only thing I've ever really stuck after besides this band. Which has everything to do with music, and it was a powerful moment for me, and so I want to say thank you, Chris, because like your question made me get the feels last night.
Oh.
And I like
You're
that.
welcome.